lot of them. There was one young lady. I'm not gonna say her name because she was younger, but she created a world that we communicated in. She was a young teenager, and she created a world where we communicated in and started telling people online that I actually was her boyfriend.
Oh.
Now I was probably about 15, 20 years older than this young lady, and so that could have definitely caused problems. But the problems didn't start until she started telling people that I flew to her home state, which was several states away from here, to come talk to the bullies that were picking on her at her school. And then we had it got to a point where we actually had to have a kind of Jesus meeting with her and her family. Like look, this is kind of getting crazy. So
that's the sound I'll tell you about when you get this thing started, Dave.
Now the other thing that was actually kind of cool. I was playing in Connecticut, and my fans figured out, I guess, not that it's a huge secret, we're guys, that I like boobs.
No.
And they gave me a bag. It was around my birthday, and they gave me a bag, and I opened it up on stage, and it was 2 silicone inserts. And I was holding it on stage, and the only thing I could think of to say into the mic after I looked at this, I'm holding the silicone insert in front of a sold-out crowd at the casino, was, "Thank you, I am a fan, but I like them installed."
That's a good comeback. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Ann wanted to know your favorite song ever. Not necessarily yours, but your all-time favorite song.
Oh man, so many songs, so many tunes. One of my favorite songs ever growing up was Steve Warner, "Some Fools Never Learn." I love that song. Before my parents found Jesus and they quit everything cold turkey, drinking, smoking, and country music and rock and roll. And I remember that was kind of something weird to be taken away because it was like I always had this thing drawing me to music. And I remember when they found Jesus, they cut it all off totally because that was secular and they didn't want that in the house. And I remembered the feelings that those songs created for me. So going back and hearing the song, I was like, for years I used to sing "Some Fools Never Learn," and I never knew where that song came from, why that song really stuck with me. There was another song that I used to do that actually I play live sometimes, but "I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight." That was one of those ones that I remember before my parents quit. Yeah, so actually every now and again I'll cover that song, but it's just cool that music has always been a resonating factor for me. So yeah, that's probably one of them. But I think picking one particular one, I don't think I could do it.
That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Holly wants to know if you've ever been skinny dipping.
Yes.
I mean, we're country boys.
Yeah. And it was something. It was not the brightest thing I ever did because I actually went with my brother-in-law, who's now my ex-brother-in-law. So yeah.
That's a country song right there.
Well, he was there, and there was about 4 or 5 other girls there, and yeah. So that was just a dumb thing to do. There was alcohol involved. Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And Troy wanted to know your favorite song you wish you had written.
Oh, dude, turn on the radio. I mean, every song, there's so many songs that resonate. I believe, honestly, and I tell people this all the time, the songwriting to me is spiritual. I think that if you aren't ready to receive that song, for us to think that we're writing anything original or brand new when the existence of man has been how many thousands of years, it's kind of asinine for us to think we're creating something real original, So I think that songs are out there waiting to be written, and they're on a spiritual basis floating around. And if we have to be ready to receive them. And if we're not, they'll pass on to somebody else. Because if you don't believe what I'm saying, think about this: how many times have you been listening to a song, and you're like, "I had that idea 2 weeks ago. I had that idea a month ago. I had that idea a year ago, and I